Sometimes when we solve equations, we might get a special sort of answer. Alright, so when we solve equations, there's a possibility that you could get one solution. So when you get one solution, that's when you had x equals a number, or y equals a number, or z equals a number, or just your variable equals one thing. Alright, but sometimes you might get no solution. Sometimes you might get infinitely many solutions. The time you would get no solution or infinitely many solutions is when you got all the way to the end of an equation and all of your variables were totally gone. You would get no solution if your equality statement was false, and you would have infinitely many solutions if the statement that you're left with is true. So we're going to take a look at some examples of trying to figure out how many solutions an equation has if they actually have any. Alright, so turn in your packet to page 24 and take a look at number 7. Alright, so we're given 4 equations on the side and we have to figure out which ones have one solution, which ones have no solutions, and then which ones or one has infinitely many solutions. Alright, so first let's take a look at 10 times x plus 3 plus 8 equals 18x plus 30. Alright, on this one, on both sides of my equation, first I have to figure out, is there any distributing necessary? And if I look on the left side, I have to distribute a 10. So I have 10 times x is 10x, and then 10 times positive 3 is plus 30. So I have 10x plus 30 plus 8 equals 18x plus 30. On the left side, I still have to combine my like terms. I have plus 30, which can be combined with plus 8, and positive 30 plus 8 is plus 38. So I have 10x plus 38 equals 18x plus 30. I need to get all my variables to one side, so I'm going to move my 18x to the other side by subtracting. So I get negative 8x plus 38 equals 30. So then I need to get x by itself, so I have to get rid of this 38 by subtracting it on both sides. So I end up getting negative 8x equals negative 8. I have to divide both sides by negative 8 to get x by itself. So x equals positive 1. Alright, in this case, this was the first possibility. I could have one solution. My one solution is that x equals 1. Alright, so now let's take a look at the next problem. The next problem is 4 times 6a plus 3 equals 6 times 4a plus 2. So when I solve this equation, the very first thing I have to do on both sides is distribute. So on the left side, I get 4 times 6a, which is 24a, plus 4 times 3, which is 12. Then on the right side, I also have to multiply. 6 times 4a gives me 24a, plus 6 times 2, which is 12. Now I want to get all my variables to one side. So I'm going to get rid of this 24a on the right side by subtracting it. And when I do that, what ends up happening is that 24a minus 24a goes away on both sides, and I'm left with 12 equals 12. At this point right here, since all of my variables are gone, I'm looking for, is my statement true or false? Well, 12 equals 12, so that's true. So since it's true, that means there are infinitely many solutions. So that means I can plug in any value for a, and the left side of my equation will always equal the right side. Alright, now let's take a look at one more. Alright, again, very first thing I have to do is I notice on the left side I have to distribute. I have to distribute my 12. So I have 12 times c is 12c, plus 12 times 3 is 36. And then I still have minus 30 equals 12c plus 36. On the left side, I have to combine my like terms. My like terms are a positive 36 minus 30, and positive 36 minus 30 gives me a plus 6. So I have 12c plus 6 equals 12c plus 36. Now I want to get all my variables to one side, so I'm going to get rid of this 12c on the right side, so I'm going to subtract it on both sides of my equation. What ends up happening is on both sides, 12c minus 12c, and 12c minus 12c cancels, so I end up getting 6 equals 36. So now I want to take a look at this statement since all of my variables are gone. Obviously, 6 does not equal 36. That is a false statement. So since it's false, that means that there is absolutely no solution. So what that means is there is no real number that exists that I could plug in for C and have the left side of my equation equal the right side of my equation.